Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest of Speed EU2 on a Tuesday evening, as it always is. Round 6 of the championship. We are here at Sakhir, Bahrain, under the lights for what would be hopefully another scintillating EU2 race to bring you. Yes, we've been racing here at Bahrain for a very long time in F1 Rise since 2004 itself, so it had its 20-year anniversary last year. Enzon, our returning driver, new driver for this tier, but has raced in Contest of Speed before, first this time on the board, and has done a 28.4, which would be quite strong. Probably will be at the front of the grid, challenging the likes of Mirror, as there is, speaking of Mirror, he was doing some weird creative lines through there. Barry is in the Mercedes. That is likely going to be his now full-time seat for the rest of the season. We will confirm that when we have our week break next week. Other than that, everybody's here is what you expect to be here. Rob is in the Ferrari and will probably be committing possibly to full-time in EU2 as well, because of all the reserving that he's done so far in this tier, as there's a few stragglers that will be told what's what when we have our break. Other than that, Postal is going to round the last corner and has done another out lap, so he's starting his hot lap now into turn 1. And then through the tricky turn 2 on the power, and then the exit DRS down towards turn 4. As we make our way to the right instead of the left, as you can see there. Oh, he was trying to go left for some reason. Take the Sakhir circuit layout through 6 and 7, and then the hairpin at 8, and then arguably coming up to, I would say, one of the hardest corners on the calendar. We're going to see the double left-hander here of 9 and 10, easy to lock a front and go careering off into the barrier. Has got a racing ball in front of him. DRS open for the second time on this lap. As we head down towards turn 11. Nice, as Martin Brundle would say, arrive and drive corner. 12 and 13, 12 particularly very long through what used to be called blank curve. It's a lot easier these days than previous games. And then we've only really got one braking zone to go before we head to the last corner, which is 14, and then apparently this is 15. Picking up a nice toe in front of us, and we will improve to a 30.7 as that was Red Panda in front. Meanwhile, Red Panda's teammate King Luke finishing his lap. Good evening, Stolke. Good evening, Gredis. Hello, gentlemen. Hopefully you're all ready to go for Thursday. When EU1 is looking to do their race. There is a slight bombshell I'm going to drop on EU1 at some point. It won't affect this season, but it will affect next season. Luke has done 30.7 thousandths slower than what Panda. Let's see how Shane is getting on. Shane's about to start his lap. He's got the Ferrari that's just cut to the inside out the way. Or not, it's carried on. I do admire Shane's resilience. Qualified quite well last week at Imola. And then the race, not so much. Was doing alright until I think he picked up a wing damage or a penalty of some sort, and that kind of just impacted his race quite a bit. but definite signs of improvement from a man that took quite substantial break from the racing side of things. But it's good to have him back on a Tuesday evening. Luke, if you need another invite, let me know. I'll ping you one. And Shane comes across the line. 1 and 29.8. Mirror has done a 29.1. Enzon is miles ahead of everybody at the moment. Dougie, the last person then to complete a lap. Everybody has set a time with just under 9 minutes to go in the session, which is good news. I say everybody, Red Panda's yet to set a time of note. So Dougie climbs the hill through turn 12. Up to the second sector split. He's going to find himself into the into the 1 minute 30s, I think, with this current lap time. Quite a fair whack of his battery remaining, actually, which he decides to burn all to the finish line, and it's a 1:30.8. Rob is improving marginally. I haven't got any fuel left, so I don't know if he'll come in, but he's going to choose to stay out. Oh, he has darted in very last minute. What is X427 doing? Harvesting. Wow, Enzon's done a 27.9. I did say to him he needs to be careful because he'll be bumping up to EU1 with his time he was on the crossover for the pace tests. But that is a substantial marker. I don't think you're going to see that beaten. If there's anyone out there, it is Barry. That is seriously impressive from the man on debut. Him gone, yeah. I think he'll be joining us on Thursday. I did say to him if he can join us on Thursday, that would be amazing, because I think definitely going to be gone. It'd be another. I think this could be another harm situation that we saw earlier on in the season. Let's see what Barry can do. He has improved quite a bit through the first sector. The middle sector is coming up now. It's going to take getting some used to seeing him in that Mercedes. He's only marginal though. Which is a bit of a surprise. Yeah, he's backed out and come in. D Summers on a lap, then see if he can respond to. He's get anywhere near the pace set by Enzon in the Red Bull. At the moment on a hot lap, 10th and a half up through the first sector. I think, yeah, the difficult part of the track here, turn 8, which is the hairpin, and then 9 and 10. Get that car nicely rotated through, showing up on the exit. DRS wide open. Again, try and pick up the throttle as soon as you can. A little bit of a wheel spin as we exited turn 11 there. And again, another one that's losing a bit of time through the middle sector. Straightened up the corner there for turn 13. He's got a smidge of deployment to use then as he comes out the last corner. He's probably going to use it now, dump it all to the line. Not getting below that 10%. Into the 28s though. What can our championship leader respond to? Mira is... He's only done a 29.0. So the championship leader currently slightly on the back foot. Wouldn't be too concerned. Moncho is a couple of places ahead of him by half a second, by the way, for Moncho. So great opening lap. Kick Sauber, how are they getting on? We haven't seen either of those two so far. The Seamless Titch is a 10th down, but that can be easily made up. Throughout the lap. Kick Saubers are running 3rd and 8th in the drivers. Tichy is in 3rd place. 19 points behind our leader, that is Mira. They lost the Constructors' Championship League a couple of rounds ago. Mainly because of Mira, but also because Mira had a teammate in Andre. They got some points as well. Tichy comes across the line, and big improvement then in the last couple of sectors. Purple, in fact, and Tichy goes to 3rd. It's a great lap from Titch. X427 weaving to warm up the tyres, or in celebration of Tichy's 3rd place. Your guess is as good as mine. He's going to start his lap. We'll find that later on when it comes to its conclusion. We're going to switch to Moncho then, because he's on his 2nd run of the session with 2 minutes and 20 to go, so likely to be his last run then of the session, with the track avoiding all the traffic, but not quite utilising the track evolution that can occur. Moncho then half a tenth, and it looks like he's not going to improve on his opening lap of the session, using all the curb on the entrance DRS, but he's going to lose it. Yeah, he's going to come into the pit lane then. Meanwhile, Barry is coming up. There's a kick sour behind, but that's not on the lap. So Barry then with the corner to go again, running out of deployment towards the end, below that 10% line. That's where the car starts losing a bit of performance. And Barry's used all his deployment then as he comes to the line of time. Will then just start draining away, but still snuck himself into the high 1 minute 28. Has anybody else done anything? No. The Kick Saubers X427 then jumps into 28.7. So Kick Saubers line astern down there. What is near the front? King Luke's improving quite a bit. We'll go to Luke then. General trend is that we've seen improvement through the first sector, but then everybody losing time through this slightly more technical middle sector. We have turn 8, 9 and 10 being ones of particular note. Turn 11 is not too bad, just on exit though. You got to watch the wheel spin. And again, losing time through that middle sector. A slight wobble on exit will compromise the drive. Luke himself's got a bit more battery towards the end of that, whereas we've seen others run out. He will utilise all this battery now as he comes to the line. Checker flag of the session, and Luke has improved by a tenth and a bit. Where is our current pulse here? That looked like a purple middle sector as well, so ends on absolutely flying putting down a marker and actually stating his case elsewhere, and he does a 27.7. Jeez, that is an absolute statement. Others have had improved though. Pipetech is out battery 3.5 temps up as well, so Pipetech not quite managing the electrical energy well enough, and well, he held on to the time that he gained. Postal has invalidated, so we'll leave it down to Cygate, and Cygate already down to 22%. He's going to need to strategically use this battery for the rest of the lap in medium though. 4 temps up through the middle sector, so this is quite a significant improvement for Cygate. He needs to try and get himself into the high 29s, low 30s, because there's a lot of guys into the high 28s and low 29s at the moment. It's going to have to be a really good final sector. Left a little bit of battery to utilise, and does a 130.2, I believe. So ends on pole, Tichy, Moncho and X427, Barry, D Summers, Mirror, Rob and Pipetech. Picturesque under the lights. So whilst we wait, guys are sorting through their strategies. We've seen the two-stop being used quite a bit so far this season, whether it's been forced through the safety car period or whether it's been strategical. Tyre wear has been a bit more of an issue in this game than previous games, so we may see away from the medium-hard strategy that you tend to get here. I think you could see the two-stop being used. Five lights, and away we go then for round 6 of the EU2 Championship. It's a decent start from our pole sitter. Oh, I don't know if that's a praise or not. Oh, and the Williams runs deep into turn 1 and has caused a significant accident with everybody else. I don't know who that is. It looks like it was D Summers. He's caught up. Both the kick Salbers have been involved in that, and it is Enzo that leads Moncho. Rob taking advantage of the carnage and up into third, likewise with Shane. So and Pipetech spun round out of turn 4. Chaotic start then in the Bahrain Grand Prix compared to what we've been used to. Oh, it's Nathan. Pretty sure it's Nathan. Hello. For what we've been used to from EU2 so far this season, Red Panda's found himself losing a couple of places as well out of turn 8. That will be on traction, but it's chaos behind, and it's allowed our leading two to break away. We'll have a look. We'll have the tyre graphic up. King Luke and Rob on the hards. Tichy went to use the softs. He's probably going to come in and make an early stop. Partek also on the hard tyre. Everyone else on the mediums will go to position changes, because you're going to see quite a bit of position changes because that turn 1 incident involving the Williams and the Mercedes, or I think Mercedes of Barry slightly got away with it, and Tichy up another place into the last corner. People diving in. I'm not surprised. One of those is Mirror. I'm surprised there's not been a few more Barrys in as well. Is it Mirror? It is Mirror and Barry as well. I'm surprised there's not the Summers after that, so he got away with it. So Sidegate, King, Luke, Dougie and Shane and Rob all making up significant places from the start. Obviously kicked Salbers down significantly because of that turn 1 incident. Panda up as well. Barry and Mirror, 2 championship protagonists, also down as well. We head to the mid pack and it's Shane that is closely up to the back of Rob. Rob in a, what I would say, quite advantageous position on the hard tyres. He's run a little bit wide on, lost control a bit on the exit. A Williams happened, Grelis, and I shall leave it at that. And took out a significant number of people, i.e. row 2 and row 3. It wasn't terrible, it just wasn't quite right. Rob is taking some very strange... yeah, that's the issue, but Summers happened. Rob's taking some really strange lines through corners. Ends on 32-2. Rob's getting really defensive already. Shane close, but not quite close enough. Can he set a move up into turn 4? Rob took a very compromising line through 2 and 3. Not to be. D Summers, meanwhile, past Luke. Again, Luke's in a nice position because he is also on the hard tyres, so we'll be on the faster tyres towards the end of the race. Postal has come in onto the hard tyre. That wouldn't surprise me if he got involved in that as well, considering his grid position. As we have the helicopter view, we can watch Shane close in on the back of Rob. Needs to be careful here through 9 and 10. Quite easy to run into the back of somebody. I've seen it happen loads and loads of times. Rob runs wide though through turn 10. That Ferrari looks pretty nifty in a straight line, considering neither is moving battery. However, through the corners, whether it's the driver or the setup, it looks horrific. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Shane possibly make a move into turn 1 this time round if he gets the last corner spot on. It's not bad. Rob's again hugging the inside line, going really aggressive on this, and is running out of battery. Shane though closer this time, goes to the inside, forces the Ferrari. He's going to try and fight it. Shane's going to stick to the outside then through 3. Will bang in once again. He'll pick up the DRS and that should be game over, but no, Rob's going to go back down the inside. Shane's going to hold it around the outside of 4, and the Alpine is through into 3rd position. Postal is in again. I don't know what that's for this time round. We'll probably find out later on. So Rob has lost that position to Shane. Another Ferrari now under pressure. D Summers then on the move. That is Sidegate going deep and could compromise his exit to Luke. Good to see 2 moves into 11. I doubt it. There's going to be a lot of moves probably into turn 1 or turn 4 this evening, just because they have the DRS works. DRS isn't quite effective enough going into turn 11 there for people to make a move. Rob's picked up 3 seconds. That would be on the entry or exit turn 13. Likelihood is going to be a cut on the inside of turn 13. And D Summers then going to set up this move on Dougie, who's not got DRS quite enough to his teammate. Luke behind, we'll see go past the Red Bull. So D Summers is through. Luke is also through. And the kick Saubers. Oh, in fact, Saigo's gone quite defensive, left and exposed to the kick Sauber X427. They touch wheels on the way through turn 2 and 3. DRS open on the kick Sauber, so it is on the Red Bull. Now Luke's the one that's going to be in a bit of trouble. Cygate half tempting to the inside. The X427 going around the outside, but not quite. Cygate loses a little bit on exit, but holds position. Tichy watching in pursuit with that damaged front wing, then I'm guessing from the race start. Inzon is in the lead, but hasn't galloped away as of such. Both quite comfortable out there. So we will see how that develops. Meanwhile, we watch the battle for P7 then. Hearting up. Luke hasn't quite dropped Cygate this time around. We've got a train behind Shane. We've got a train behind Cygate. Shane got past Rob, but is he burning through those medium tyres already? Because now Rob is on the charge, but hasn't got the battery. Shane's moved once. Shane's can't necessarily move again. So Rob gets that move done. Shane will try and square it off and get a run back up to turn 4. Rob's got another penalty. That's 6 seconds already. Only completed 5 laps. Shane's got DRS and he's going to sit behind the Ferrari of Rob, who will be now harvesting through the rest of the lap. Tichy has gone past King Luke. King Luke's lost a smattering of positions and he's off into the gravel of turn 4. We saw the end of that incident. Luke was ahead of this train. X427 got himself up into 7th place whilst we were watching Shane and Rob battle as D Summers closing as they Constantine are up into the entry of turn 7. Turn 7? Turn 10 even. It'd be interesting if it was turn 7. Rob going that really weird line through down towards turn 13. Oh, we're going to see 3 wide here, 100%. Rob's going to try and hold it. D Summers isn't going to use the slipstream. He's going to try and go past Shane. We're going to have one left, one going right here. Oh, Shane sneaks back across though, and D Summers has gone past Shane. He's not gone past Rob yet. He has now. Shane. Oh, Shane's nearly dropped it on the exit. He squared it up though for turn 4. I don't know if his tyres are overheating. Oh, and Rob's had to back out of that and nearly run into the back of the Williams, and it's lost him a place. Meanwhile, he's fighting the trio behind X427, Cygate and Tichy, all closing on these guys in front. We've got a spin. That was for Luke, I think. We just need to try and get these hard tyres back under control once again. Meanwhile, Moncho is responding to our leader. And D Summers is up to 3rd. And we'll see the pace of D Summers. See if he can try and close to the back of Moncho. We'll keep an eye out on Mirror and Barry after their lap 1 escapades. And see if they can try and get himself with some kind of weird strategy back into the race. Plenty of time when you've got 15 drivers out there all fighting over track position at the moment. So no moves as of yet down into turn 1. Shane is the slight cork in the bottle by the looks of things at the moment, because he is under pressure. I said there's no moves into turn 1. Tichy was a fair way back. He's got that move done. Luke half spin, I'm guessing, out the final corner, because all of a sudden now Red Panda's behind him. And Rob has had a half spin with Shane. Oh no, I think they've collected each other. We're just watching that as the kick saber goes past. Oh, Rob's just absolutely just sent that Bullard. And Shane has dropped down into P7. So Dougie has now found himself up into P4. Rob is off the road again out of turn 10. Oh, he's sticking his nose down the inside of turn 11. That is, I don't know if that's brave or silly, considering you can set yourself up in a couple of corners time. Definitely taking some creative lines has the Ferrari this evening. Mira has gone past Red Panda into turn 11. Rob has got back pass. Oh, and Shane's run into the back of him. I don't know if that's because he was trying to get the drive. Interestingly, neither of them got DRS, which is unbelievable. So Tichy's going to take advantage. Got past one. Can he get past two? Tentative into turn 2. And that could cost him, because Rob's picked up another... Rob, it's the white lines, mate. You know the white lines? You need to try and stay with them, because that's 9 seconds and you've only done 8 laps. And Tichy's squaring out exit. Those soft tyres then crying out at this stage, and it's compromised Shane, because Shane... Oh, and Shane himself... struggling. Luke's coming off the hard tyre. Barry's picked up 3 seconds. He's trying to get ahead of Cygate, so that's interesting to see where those two have come out, because Mira is well up the road from Barry. Cygate defensive into 8. Barry Pan has picked up 3 seconds. They've got to look out for a Red Panda, in fact. A spun. Oh, Cygate's gone hot into turn 10. And Enzon, our leader, is into the pits. And so is D Summers, and so is Ducky, and Tichy. And Shane. So there you go then. Lap 9 has triggered a lot of pit stops for our drivers at the moment. I think we're going to see a one stop. I think we're going to see people go to the hard tyre and try and run these to the end. We'll see how the guys on the alternate strategy do. And Cygate and Barry. Cygate's burnt a lot of battery. Barry's going to try and go to the outside then. Into turn 1. Gets the move done. Does the Mercedes. He's run deep though, which is going to slightly compromise his exit through 2 and could put him under pressure, but he's got enough battery to try and burn away from the Red Bull then. So Barry's come out 3 seconds behind Dougie. Mira's the one that's interesting for me, going really well at the moment. Mira, in fact, now only 10 seconds off the lead as Enzon's gone past Pipe Tech. That's crucial for the leader, so he doesn't get stuck. So I hope we're going to see if Moncho's going to respond here this time around, or will he go a bit longer? Moncho has stayed out, so it's not going to be immediate response then to Enzon. X427 has come in, so we will look further down then, because he's going to come out around where Shane and Co are. Cygate's staying within DRS of Barry then, so the Mercedes not quite being able to escape the clutches of the Red Bull, and we saw how quick that Red Bull was in a straight line without the DRS. So DRS then open for side gate, but no battery required as of yet. X427 out ahead of Dougie's. That's quite important for his race. Dougie on the medium tyre is going to go. So we're going to see 2 stops here. 100% we're going to see some 2 stops. Maybe some Kone rainbows. That's soft, medium and hards possibly being used all in one race. I'm expecting guys that pit on the mediums to go again. So Dougie, for example, I swear it's going to go horribly wrong. Dougie will have to stop. He's gone medium, medium. Enzon has also gone medium, medium. So we're going to see a combination of the medium, medium, soft, or soft, medium, medium, or whatever variation of it being used. And some guys are going to go medium, hard. So Moncho is looking to probably go medium, hard then. And D Summers is also doing a medium, hard. That will be Postal. Slight yellow flag. Rob has interestingly come in off his hards already. Only 11 laps then for the hards as Dougie's nearly run into the back of X427. That will compromise Dougie's then run down towards turn 1 unless he's going to... DRS is open. Very low battery on the kick salve. We can see that light flashing in front. I think Dougie could have got that move done again. He's not had a good couple of corners. So Dougie all of a sudden under a bit of pressure. Postal again, but it's a half spin, so I don't know why it's keeping the yellow flag out. Weird. Another yellow flag, and that is Sidegate. Look down for a second to check something, and Sidegate has lost a lot of ground. Whether that was a spin, I'm guessing it was a spin because he wasn't close. That is King Luke on the exit of turn 3, where he's had a tank slapper. And Moncho has pitted, so Moncho pitting on off the mediums onto the hard tyre would be my expectation. And Enzon then will come out ahead. Will come out quite a bit ahead of him. D Summers, meanwhile, it's going to be close between Moncho and D Summers. D Summers then coming down the finish straight. The Mercedes is on our right hand side. We will see it, and D Summers has undercut the Mercedes. Good work from the Williams driver then. So bear in mind he was a good, I think it was a good 4 seconds or so behind them at one point. A couple of 2 or 3 laps has made a big difference. Tichy's picked up 3 seconds. Wizard will not be happy that his brother has picked up a penalty. That's sacrilege in their household. Meanwhile, Tichy will make a move around the outside of Shane. We're going to see that through turn 4. And Mirror, you can see him. Look, Mirror's there. 2.5 seconds then behind some of the leading runners. King Luke has got 10 seconds and has retired in the pit lane. Rough race for Luke. I have a feeling that's setup or tyre related issues. Just overheating the tyres there for Luke. The back end of the racing pool looked very unstable throughout the evening. Try and find him. D Summers then past Pubtech. Easy. Pubtech's been out there for a while. What? D Summers went really defensive there. That was weird. And then didn't get DRS. What? He stopped on the... Oh, is it because Luke's car came back out as a yellow flag? Oh, I think that's what it was. Oh, so more pain then for Summers, because he's really going to help Enzon then with his strategy, because he is doing the two-stop. He's gone medium, medium. D Summers then's had to wait. He's not going to get past Pipe Tech this time round. He's going to put pay. Gap growing to over 9 seconds. Pipe Tech yet to stop. Panda's pick up another 3 seconds. It is a torrid time down at Racing Bulls at the moment, and that is Panda into the pits, and I wouldn't be surprised to see there it is. That is the second Racing Bull in as many laps then, retiring from the session. Rough night for the duo. Hopefully they'll be back. Moncho's getting a bit punchy as well. D Summers. Oh, and this is it again gonna be the same problem? It is, because of this yellow flag that's coming out in turn 1. People can't make overtakes into that corner, so they're gonna have to set it up into turn 4 then at the moment. D Summers gonna have to get the move done. 11.2 seconds, the gap's grown. Unbelievable. This is race changing, handing it to Enzon. You're gonna have to go for it, boys. Don't worry about Pipe Tech. This is your own race. This is for the win here, being decided. And they're all kind of just tripping over each other. Look where Mirror is. Mirror's caught up to these guys. 2.5 seconds behind them a couple of laps ago. Pipe Tech is entitled to be where he is. Unfortunately, the guys aren't, in my opinion, being aggressive enough to sort that. Postal has spun out of the last corner, and that could be the third driver in as many laps that we're going to see possibly retire from the session. As Enzon has come out. Oh no, Postal's going to carry on. Good dad. So Enzon's got the gap out to 12 seconds. Mirror, meanwhile, past Pipe Tech then into the last corner. Pipe Tech's going to pick up DRS though. And Mirror's come in. That was, I'll be honest, it was kind of expected. Pin on that one, so he's going to try and put on another set of mediums or hards if he's got any. Softs, oh god. That would have been my decision. Barry's coming. Barry's going for hards. That's what I would have done if I had another set of hard tyres. Oh, Mirror's gone softs. That's painful to see. Ends on. Meanwhile, gap's growing to 12.2 seconds. It'll get to the stage where the hard runners will come back. I'm guessing he's going to go onto the soft tyre for his final stint. Tichy made that last 8 seconds. X427's picked up 3 seconds. That is not ideal, because sitting Dougie at the moment will overtake him. He's approaching Pipe Tech. Next one to go past the Aston Martin driver, who's still not yet to stop. The only driver that hasn't stopped yet, so probably be fairly soon for Pipe Tech. Here he's gone past Shane before turn 11. Meanwhile, on those soft tyres, you're going to see a massive tyre delta, but he's going to have to probably pit. I can't imagine those softs are going to last another 12 laps or so. Pipe Tech does pit. Probably going to go to a set of medium tyres. So as you were, Enzon is leading by 12.2 seconds. It seems really big. That's because maybe someone's just had a bit of traffic with Pipe Tech and Co. and yellow flags, so couldn't get past. So they've lost 2 or 3 seconds to Enzon. Enzon will pit again. He's gone medium, so Enzon's got a choice. We'll have to stop again. So that'll be interesting to where he comes out. Most of these guys, especially on the hard tyres, will probably look to go to the end of the race. The mediums, not so much. We're expecting the medium guys to come in and put on another set of mediums, unless your name is Enzon. or Dougie? Because you'll probably come on and put a set of soft tyres on. If you put a set of hard tyres on, you would have done that a couple of laps ago. So field is spread. Moncho is still hanging on to the back of D Summers, to be fair. He was hanging on to the back of Enzon through the first stint as well. The gap didn't really grow much above 3 seconds, and it wasn't like Enzo wasn't using battery and he was coasting. So maybe Enzon is a good qualifier, but interesting on race pace. Meanwhile, it's kind of calmed down further down. In fact, there you go. First chink in the armour for the debutant. 3-second time penalty. Mira has gone past Sidegate in before the last corner, so that will be Mira away. And I'm expecting to see the purple thing come up. There you go, 31.4. Meanwhile, our race leaders, I'll have a look at the lap times, are doing a 34.1, so 2.7 seconds quicker for Mira at the moment. He won't continue that. He's going to have to probably come in again, but absolutely blistering pace set by the Haas driver in the absence of his teammate Andre this evening. It's fantastic to see 15 drivers, and we've got loads missing as well. I was going to have a look at something and now I can't remember. That was it. So despite there being 15 drivers, we also had 6 guys unavailable. So fantastic support for EU2 at the moment. Meanwhile, gap is closing down. Moncho still happy to sit behind D Summers. These two are closing and dropping X427, who is in turn dropping Dougie. Dougie's come into the pits a bit early, so I don't really know what Dougie's going to do here, if I'm being honest. And it's a set of hard tyres, so I question why he didn't do that earlier. I mean, don't get me wrong, 10 laps on the hard tyres could be nice, you can push them, but yeah, it's a bit of a halfway house strategy, if I'm being honest. Mira has found himself up to P7. Sygate's picked up a warning on the exit on turn 3. And other than that, it's as you were. Shane is behind Pipe Tech, currently holding P10. That's where Dougie has just come out. A little bit wide through turn 4 from the Alpine driver, but plenty of grip left in those hard tyres at the moment. Shane's going to struggle to go to the end on those tyres. So D Summers, Moncho, X427, Shane. Will they go to the end? Will they try and hold out? Sygate is another one. We are expecting everybody else to stop again, including Enzon. Enzon has stopped. And he's going to throw on, what is he going to throw on? He's going to throw on a set of hard tyres. Okay, that's slightly rogue. I thought he would have gone to a set of softs potentially. Tichy has come in off the mediums, and Tichy will go on a set of, well, if he goes medium tyres, I'm not surprised because he's already done a soft stint anyway. And Tichy goes on a set of medium. That's the tyre I would have expected, or hang it out and go for the soft tyre. But he's got 10 laps, including this one, to do it. Gap to the leader for Enzon then is 11.7 seconds. 2 guys out front have drove a lovely race so far. There has been a switch of position whilst we were taking in that pit stop. Moncho has gone ahead of D Summers for the time being. D Summers fed up of having to be the head of the peloton, so to speak. and the guys are about 8 tenths. They're not doing too bad. They're only about 8 tenths down on personal best. So whole tyres at the moment holding well. We will see. So 11 point. So in one lap, and we'll see it in a moment. As Postal is getting out of the way for our leaders. In a lap, it's been 11 seconds or so. Rob made that easy and jumped into the pit. So about half a second. As somebody once said to me, he's going to do it the hard way, but we should be right. Shout to Mr. Lewis Round for that piece of commentary. Back in the day. D Summers then dropping off on Moncho slightly, which is kind of what we expect. D Summers on the slightly older set of rubber. He's too comfortably ahead of everybody else, so it's up to what X427 is going to try and do, because as I said, Enzon again's taking about a second. If they stay out, it's going to be pretty close. They're going to fight it, but Enzon should just possibly about to have it. Moncho is currently pumping in some really good laps. Shane has spun, but he was quite close to Mirror, so I don't know if they've come together. I'm just throwing things out there because I've got the mini-map in front of me, because I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the leading contingent. So 10 point, so it's about a second. Make sure you're sitting comfortably, ladies and gentlemen at home, because this could come down to the final lap or so. Different thoughts in strategy. Moncho and D Summers going for the more traditional, what I like to call one stop here at one stop here at Bahrain. Enzon's gone for the two stop, which has worked here before. However, he's currently stuck behind a very annoying Kick Sauber, and from personal experience, it is quite difficult to get past. Speaking of getting past, Rob's got past Pipetech into turn one on those new set of mediums. So the leading quartet, big gap down to Cygate in P5, and then everybody else. It's been a tough race for the likes of Mirror and Barry, who got involved in some lap one escapades. Speaking of tough races, Tichy's going to try and provide a challenge for Dougie then. Tichy on some fresh new medium tyres that he can use to try and get past. It's going to get quite close between these 3 or 4, I think, to the end of the race. They can see also ahead of them. Rob is not safe with his 9 seconds worth of penalties. Everybody else has got some penalties as well. Enzon has got past X427, and the gap is around 9 seconds as we approach the final 7 laps. D Summers has chosen not to go for the move. Rob, that's now 12 seconds. X427's come in on the hard tyre. It's going to drop him down. So the 4th place is very much up for grabs at the moment, as Rob has got past Cygate. And X427 is going to be on a set of soft tyre. Watch out, because they're going to be absolutely lightning for the last 6 laps. Lots of people swapping positions. Mirror past Barry. Those who have been trying to make a recovery drive all race. Still stuck behind Dougie. Tichy's got ahead of Dougie. Meanwhile, into turn 1, we can see... I'll tell you what, we can see about 6 or 7 drivers from P4 all the way down to P11 that could squabble over here. This could get quite messy. Whilst we watch the fight for the lead, then they're hanging on, both of them. D Summers has not had a great lap 23 so far compared to Moncho. Moncho is holding on. Gap between the lead is 8 seconds. It's stabilised a little bit, just a touch. It's not coming down, but Enzon's got still a little bit of DRS to use, and possibly will pick up DRS from the lap postal in behind. Meanwhile, Barry got past the head mirror. That would be on the exit of turn 10. So the gap to the lead, 7.6 seconds. The gap between 4th and 11th place, it's only about 8.4. So if you could predict to me what's going to happen in terms of who's going to win the race and whoever's going to finish P4 downwards, then that would be fantastic, because I haven't got a clue at the moment. X427 though will be the one on the charge, on the soft tyre, needs to make up time, has got a penalty. The likes of Pipe Tech, the likes of Dougie will take advantage of this. Mirror back ahead of Barry. Then as we head down into turn 1, Tichy's gone, X427's gone down the inside of Cygate. Cygate's compromised Pipe Tech on the way through. Cygate on the hard tyres, the 15 lap old hard tyres, they're going to be like hell towards the end. And Mirror's got 2 positions up in a couple of corners. Haas driver sensing the time to make a charge. Pipe Tech's past Cygate into turn 5 of all places. Action this way and that as we see different strategies, different tyre compounds all converging together for the final few laps. People have done the 2 stops, people have done 1 stops. It has been absolute all sorts so far. You can see them all. There you go. A Ferrari in 4th, all the way down to a Mercedes in P11, all pretty much covering in 1 straight. Gap to lead. Moncho's grown it out to 1.8 seconds. D Summers at the moment cannot respond. Enzon also not closing as quick as what we thought he would do at this stage. The pole sitter, who was 6 or 7 tenths ahead of everybody else on pole. We thought, oh, you know what, Enzon, welcome to EU1, you put yourself up there. But he's got some hard work to do and has that penalty, don't forget. Cygate being a buffer, he's compromised the kick Sauber of Tichy. Mirror says thank you very much. He's gone past Tichy and he's gone past Cygate. Cygate's run out of battery. Meanwhile then, Tichy is going to go try and make a move past Mirror then into turn 1. Kick Sauber to the inside. They're side by side. Mirror's trying to hang it to the inside, which he will. Tichy will let him have it. Straighten up the exit though. Both got DRS then into the run down into turn 4. Enzon must have heard my claims because he's got the gap down between himself and D Summers to 3.2 seconds then. Race is back on. D Summers responding to Moncho by matching him through the middle sector and the second sector. Well, we have the stage of the race where there's no overtakes through most of these little bits of sector. There's somebody who makes a mistake. Even Dougie's hanging on back there down in P11. We just about saw him as we were on board with Pipe Tech. Pipe Tech's the one that seems to be the bottle then. It's kind of decided really, so it's X427 and Rob in a shootout. Advantage X427 in terms of the penalties. Because Rob could drop all the way down to at least behind Mirror. Pipe Tech ahead of Mirror. Mirror's going to probably try and get the move done into turn 1. Needs a really good exit as we head out of turn 15. Both struggling with the DRS, both below 10%. Tichy's watching in the background. He can see that. Will provide Titch with great information to see what he can do in the next couple of laps then. 4 to go then. Enzon's got it down to 1.4 seconds. Barry's picked up a penalty and so did somebody else. They didn't quite catch it. Barry's going to go to the inside of Cygate on the run up to turn 4. Barry back himself into P9. However, 2.8 seconds now behind the trio in front of him, and points are slightly drifting away a little bit. Tichy needs to make a move done. Dougie's past Cygate into turn 8. Good move from Dougie. Enzon has responded. He's alive, people. He's within DRS of D Summers, who's just starting to struggle now. Not surprising. 16 lap old hard tyres. He's going to try and make this one last to the end of the race. He's saved up a bit of battery, ready for the attack of the Red Bull. And Enzon's getting closer. He's getting closer to the inside. Then comes the Red Bull. Can he get it stopped? in time. D Summers runs wide. Oh, he's got better run though through to... No, he's picked up 3 seconds. Unbelievable. That's going to definitely influence the result now. Didn't need that. He's going to now have to overtake him on track with not much tyre left. He just had to stay behind Enzon. He would have been fine. You could imagine now it's a shootout between Enzon and Moncho. Moncho's got the advantage because he's got basically 5.6 seconds then to the Red Bull. Tichy is still in P7. He's got to try and catch Mira. Mira on the charge then, 3.8 seconds. Can he? Well, he's going to get ahead. There you go. There's the penalties. That's why it was crucial. Enzon's got 3. Diesel has just picked up that first 3 seconds a moment ago. You can see him though just drop off. So Moncho has this covered at the moment unless the tyres completely fall off the cliff with the final 2.5 laps to go. Mira just sneaking himself inside the gap he has to X427. Needs to really get past Rob then to try and hold on to basically 4th place here. Pipetech staying behind Tichy, that's what he needs to do. Dougie is keeping himself within Barry to try and get himself into P9. Sidegate's 12 seconds dropped off. He's giving it a go, Sidegate, but those tyres have definitely run out interval. That's what I need. Desperately looking. So as you can see, mixture of 1 stops and 2 stops coming together. The 1 stoppers, other than the guys that had the pace up front, are struggling. Look at Sidegate on the exit there. Everybody else has kind of struggled. Meanwhile, then we'll jump back to X427. He's not made the move. Oh, he has, but he hasn't. Kind of half-hearted. He needs to really just go for it and send it. He's compromised his run. He's going to have to do it all over again. Ends on 1.8 seconds behind. Closing in on Moncho's. Again, fantastic drive so far from the Mercedes man. He's starting to put some really strong performances together, which is why he's second in the championship at the moment. Championship lead will be switching as Mira is further down. D Summers with these points at the moment will get himself well in amongst it with the second half of the season to come. We've got one more lap then to decide our winner of this evening. Moncho has run out of battery, so has Enzon. So Enzon's going to have to provide a absolutely weldy of a last lap to get the position on track, because he's not going to get it because of the penalty. Mira, meanwhile, is catching X427, and 4th place is inevitable for him. Pipetech, meanwhile, is doing okay. Dougie's just slipped outside of that 3 seconds to Barry. Difficult races for a couple of guys near the front. X427, meanwhile, again down the inside. Need to commit to the move a bit earlier, be a bit more robust. Rob is robust in defence, and he's going to hold him off. Is he going to see a move throw down into the side of 4? We are going to see a move into 4. Will Rob get the up and under out of the last corner? No. X427 finally got it done into P4. Meanwhile, Enzon pushing Moncho, trying to push him into a mistake. Can he make him pick up a penalty with a couple of corners to go? That's what he's looking for here. Moncho knows he's just got to keep it within the lines. Hasn't got to do anything silly. He can let Enzon have it at the moment. Enzon, meanwhile, trying to look to the inside. We're going to see a move then. Oh, he's ducked back underneath. Oh, Moncho's run deep low into the final corner. Enzon's going to try and get to the line. It's going to be a drag race to the start, side by side. It's going to be one of the closest finishes we've seen in contest of speed. Oh. Moncho gets it on track as well by 27 thousandths of a second. That was a very high Gary Neville high-pitched voice for you at the end. D Summers finishing in P3. Well done for Moncho and D Summers to get those tyres lasting so long. X427, meanwhile, he will have to sit and wait to see what's going to happen to his fate. It's probably going to be P5. Miro jumps ahead. Rob's going to drop down behind Tichy and Pipe Tech. Yep. And Barry, no, not quite. Dougie then will finish ahead of Barry, who picked up, I think, 6 seconds there in the end. Sygate finishes in P11, and Shane will finish in P12. More laps under the belt for Shane on his return to constant speed to follow up his podium in AM2 last week. You're very welcome, Shane. I've just mentioned it for you. Shameless plug. Well then, that is your conclusion of the Bahrain Grand Prix in EU2. Congratulations to all of the guys for finishing the race. Moncho is your race winner. Fast lap goes to Mirror, and driver day to Mirror, according to Pipe Tech did the most overtakes. Also doesn't surprise me where it was. So championship lead then changes for the first time in a couple of races. Moncho, our new championship leader, beat Enzon on track, more importantly, and Enzon had 3 seconds anyway. D Summers rounded out the podium. Good work from Moncho and D Summers with that one stop. Enzo tried the 2-stop. It nearly paid off in the end. Mira P4, I think, will take that from a very difficult day at the office. Double point score again for Kicks Albers down in 5th and 6th. Pipe Tech battled his way and finished in P7. Rob down in P8 after all those penalties that he picked up. Dougie jumped Barry at the end, so well done Dougie for a couple of points in the double point score for Ferrari. Barry P10, Sygate P11 and Shane P12. Postal also finished just a lap behind them but kept on going. And then Red Panda and King Luke round out the double DNFs for the Racing Bulls on what was a difficult night for the constructor. Dare I say it, one of, if not the race of the season for EU2. Which is a shame, because we're just about to come up to our week break in between. Yeah, you heard me correct. These guys now have a week break to relax, dust themselves down, and be ready to go again for the second half of the season. So you will see these guys in a couple of weeks' time, when they return. They head to the streets of Singapore. Yeah, welcome back, guys. That's going to be a really challenging race for you because of barriers and the inclement weather that we tend to get at Singapore in contest speed history. So you will see those guys race. I'll get the exact date for you. They will return on Tuesday, the 2nd of September at 9 PM UK. So we look forward to seeing you there. AM2, I believe AM2 is tomorrow, unless Rob's going to correct me and shout at me. But I believe AM2 is tomorrow evening at 9 PM Eastern, 2 AM UK. I will just double check that. The next EU action, I can definitely tell you, will be Thursday. You'll get to see myself and others race in EU1. X427 will be in the commentary booth for that. I have confirmed that Rob said so. No further racing this evening. AM2 is tomorrow night, 9 PM Eastern. That's 2 AM UK and 3 AM Central European time. Please join our American colleagues from across the pond and show their support. It's going very well over there in AM2 and AM1, so congratulations to those guys. EU1 then will be on Thursday, 9 PM UK. Be there. That's 10 PM Central European time. If you can join us from the Americas, that's 4 PM Eastern. Your support is greatly appreciated. And then AM1 will follow us Thursday as well. And they will conclude the last racing action for the week. I may think about doing a surprise event for some people next week. We'll keep you posted because I would like to do some F2 action with some of the community guys. So if you're in the community, you're more than welcome to join us. There's still plenty of spaces left in European tiers and the American tiers, even if it as a reserve to bolster up the tiers ready for season 18. That would be very appreciated. Sign-ups will remain open for the majority of the season. Good luck with your pace test. All the information is in the Discord link, which has been provided for you right here. If it decides to do it, that'd be nice if Twitch helps me out. There you go. Ignore a thing. It isn't season 16, it's season 17. We just need to sort out the decals on that. But yeah, the stream will be uploaded to Twitch at the end once this is finished, and then upload to YouTube if YouTube is your platform viewing of choice. Thank you everyone for watching. We will see you then, EU2 wise, in a couple of weeks, but we will see you for EU1 on Thursday. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.